Welcome back to another episode of Before You Summon. We are 5 events away from 3rd anniversary and everyone is starting to return to school and to work as the summer is coming to a close. But we still have some Arkenders to get through, so the next event is the Vivid Bad Squad Arkender On Your Feet that will run from August 10th to August 19th. On Your Feet is a unit-focused permanent event in the pure attribute. The commissioned song this time around is Realize that will be given to you through your mailbox on August 19th. And Realize comes with a Sekai version sung by Vivid Bad Squad and Miku in the Vivid Bad Squad tuning, and a virtual singer version sung by Miku herself. And as for a alternative vocal version for Kohane, we are in the same situation as with Ichika. As of currently recording this, there is no Kohane alternative version for the song Realize. I cannot confirm or deny if there will be a Kohane alt vocal in the future for the song Realize, but as of recording this, we have to go from the outset that there isn't one at the moment at least. And on the topic of Kohane, Kohane is our main character for this event. And she has the supporting cast of Akito, Toya, Anne, and Vivid Bad Squad Miku. And the event synopsis for On Your Feet reads as follows. After learning the truth behind the legendary night, the members of Vivid Bad Squad strengthen their resolve to surpass RAD WEEKEND. While all of them are discussing about the things they can do right now, for some reason Kohane just can't seem to get Taiga's song out of her head. And the event is followed by the Afterlive, which will run from August 19th to August 20th. And when you join an Afterlive, you always get 300 crystals and a stamp. The stamp this time around is of Kohane and is called So Frustrating. And the virtual shop item added this time around is another glow stick, this time in the shape of a RAD WEEKEND glow stick. If you want to pick up a glow stick to customize your virtual live avatar, it will set you back 1,000 paid gems as always. And of course, running alongside the event is the event Gacha called Repaint My Colors that will run from August 10th to August 21st. And being a permanent gacha, these cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends and includes 3 focus characters, the first one being Kohane with her card With My Own Words.
この気持ちを握りしめて進みます。
Kohane is a Healer's Guild card with the skill name Conversation Between Singers, and Healer's Guild cards will recover 350 life and grant a 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. And Kohane's new costume is called Vivid New Colors that comes with these standard accessories. 1 universal wearable by everyone once they unlock the costume, and a unique accessory wearable by only Kohane in her standard hairstyle. The second character to get a card in the gacha is Akito with his card Coordination in Progress.
それ似合うと思ったんすよね。
Akito is a perfect Scorer's Guild card with the skill name The True Meaning Revealed, and Scorer's Guild cards will give a 110 score bonus for 5 seconds for only perfect notes at talent level 1. And Akito's new costume is called Hot New Colors that comes with the standard accessories, a universal one wearable by everyone once they unlock the costume, and a unique one only wearable by Akito in his standard hairstyle. And this leaves us with Toya as our final character in the gacha, and his card is called First Hospital Visit in a While.
すみません。遅くなってしまって。
Toya is a Scorer's Guild card with the skill name A Cup of Coffee to End the Day, and Scorer's Guild cards will grant a 100% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. And finally, Toya's new costume is called Cool New Colors and comes with a universal accessory wearable by everyone, and a unique accessory wearable only by Toya in his standard hairstyle. And of course we will get 2 exchange shop cards once the event starts, Miku taking the 2-star slot with her card because of those dazzling eyes. And Miku is a Perfect Locker Guild card in the Mysterious attribute. And this of course means that Anne takes the 3-star slot with her card, sometimes on days like these. Anne is a happy attribute card and a perfect locker skilled card just like Miku, and her skill name is Training Prediction Me. And these two cards will of course become available at the standard time once the event opens, for the standard prices being 5,000 tokens for the 2-star and 15,000 tokens for the 3-star. But that covers all of the general information for this event, so instead we can look towards the event team building. And of course, the 3 gacha cards added with this event are the event focus cards, and they will grant the standard 70% bonus. But we're more so looking towards what cards you can use with a 50% bonus if you're not summoning from the gacha or if you need to fill out some slots. Starting off with the main character for this event, Kohane has 5 available cards with a 50% bonus, including her 1-star card from the release of the game, her 2-star card from the event Light Up the Fire, her 3-star card from the event Period of Nocturne, and 2 4-star cards, 1 permanent and 1 limited. The limited comes from the event Scramble Fan Fiesta, while the permanent one comes from the event Singing With You, a world where cherry blossoms dance. Continuing with the second gacha character, Akito has 5 available cards, including his 2-star card from New Year's Lion Dance, his 3-star card from the event Heat Up Kageyama High Shearing Squad, and 2 4-star cards, 1 permanent and 1 limited. The limited one comes from the event A Festival Bathed in Twilight, and his permanent one comes from Same Dream, Same Color. And finally, he has an extra card available in the form of his birthday card from the second year. And Toya is of course our final gacha character, and he has 4 available options with a 50% bonus, and this includes his 2-star card from Vivid Old Tale, his 3-star card from the event Awakening Beat, and 2 permanent 4-stars. The first one from the Tenma Household Hinamatsuri event, and the second one from the event Same Dream, Same Color. Capping off the main unit, Anne also has 5 available cards, and this includes her 2-star card from the Power of Unity event, her 3-star card from the Release Celebration Gacha, 2 4-star cards, 1 permanent and 1 limited, the limited one coming from Wishing for Happiness Upon the Blue Sky, and her permanent one coming from Same Dream, Same Color. And just like Akito, she has a bonus card in the form of her Happy Birthday card from the first year. And this leaves us with the Virtual Singers, and because this is a unit-focused event, this means that all Virtual Singers, as long as they have the Vivid Bad Squad unit tag, can give a 50% bonus, granted that they are the correct attribute, being pure this time around. And this of course means that the blank or unitless Virtual Singers can give the 40% bonus, considering they are the correct attribute. With all this in mind, we have 6 available cards with a 50% bonus for the Virtual Singers. This includes the 2-star card for both Miku and Meiko in Vivid Bad Squad that was released with the Release Celebration Gacha. It also includes 4 4-star cards, 1 limited, 3 permanent. The limited 4-star card is the Meiko from the Wishing for Happiness Upon a Blue Sky, the same event that Aang comes from. And the 3 permanent cards is the Release Celebration Gacha Rin and the Miku and the Len from the event Sekai's Happy New Year. And on top of that, we have 6 available cards with a 40% bonus, which includes the 1-star Luca, the Happy Anniversary card for both Meiko and Len from first year, the Miku and the Luca from second anniversary Colorful Festival, and the Happy Anniversary second year card for Rin. And this time around we only have 1 asterisk in the form of the 2-star Kohane card from Light Up the Fire. Light Up the Fire is of course a Yoon event from this year, meaning that she has not yet entered the standard gacha pool, so if you did not play during Light Up the Fire, you will not have this 2-star Kohane available. Otherwise, I really think that this selection is quite solid. We have a lot of different 3-star cards that are quite old, and the permanent selection, while most of them being from a single event, is still pretty good. The Virtual Singers aren't even a problem, as the 4-star cards are quite accessible, being old permanents, and the 2-star cards is cards almost everyone should have. You even got them for free if you picked Vivid Bad Squad as your original unit. I think this card selection is actually quite decent, and I think most players will be able to build a 200 200 to 250% bonus team without any major issues, even if you're quite a new player. So I don't actually have much more to say about this event, and instead I think we could look towards the future usability of these cards. And we're actually back to a better track with the future usability, as there is only one card who won't see any future usability as far as we can currently see on the Japanese server. The only one without use is Kohane, as Akito and Toya will see use during the event Best Picture Wrap that will run from the 30th of November to the 8th of December. Best Picture Wrap has Akito, Nene, and Wonderland Showtime Len as its focus characters, meaning that Toya is only ever available with a 50% bonus, while Akito is available as a limited card in the gacha, meaning he has a 70% bonus. This means that Akito technically has lower gameplay value if you were to summon both from On Your Feet and Best Picture Wrap, while Toya will only ever be available with that 50% bonus that his On Your Feet card will grant you. And it's also worth noting that during Best Picture Wrap, Akito is a limited card, meaning that he is more valuable to summon for because of his hairstyle and special costume, while Toya only had 4 available options for this event, meaning that the On Your Feet card will see a bit more use because of that. This is followed by Anne, who will see use during the event First Concerto that will run from the 22nd of March to the 28th of March. And First Concerto's gacha includes Toya, Anne, and Vivid Bad Squad Meiko, meaning that Anne is available with a 70% bonus for this event, meaning that her exchange shop card is of lower gameplay value. But it's worth remembering that Anne is an exchange shop card, so if you're not summoning from First Concerto, or you maybe not get Anne from the gacha when First Concerto comes around, the 3-star Anne will actually be of higher gameplay value, as she is the only 3-star option for Anne in the happy attribute. And that's something always worth remembering about 3-star cards in the exchange shop. They are a free alternative in case of gachas going bad or not summoning from the gachas at all, so you should definitely pick up the Anne so you have her in your collection. And finally, Miku will see use during the event Over RAD Squad that will run from the 30th of June to the 7th of July 2025. Over RAD Squad includes Akito, Kohane, and Vivid Bad Squad Miku as the focus characters, meaning that Miku is of course available with a 70% bonus if you were to summon from both On Your Feet and Over RAD Squad. This does mean that the On Your Feet Miku is of lower gameplay value than if she was a 50% card, but once again, On Your Feet Miku is an exchange shop card and the only one of her kind when it comes to Vivid Bad Squad Mysterious Mikus. Hence, despite the lower gameplay value, I think it's highly important to pick up the On Your Feet exchange shop card Miku, as she is a free card and also, like I just said, the only one of her kind. So in case you don't summon from Over RAD Squad, she will be your only alternative if there is a mysterious mixed event with Vivid Bad Squad Miku. So the future usabilities of these cards is a lot better than we saw last time with Hectic Cafe Rec, and these cards will actually see quite a bit of use spread amongst the entire roster except for Kohane, which is of course because we haven't seen a pure unit focused event for Vivid Bad Squad since On Your Feet. And I don't think Vivid Bad Squad is up for a unit focused event for a little while, as they've had a lot of unit focused events stacked on top of each other, and I don't know if it's pure that's going to be the next one. But once there is a pure Vivid Bad Squad unit focused event again, Kohane, Akito, and Toya will see use again. And both the exchange shop cards are actually quite good, as Anne doesn't have a lot of options when it comes to the happy attribute, and Miku in the mysterious attribute with the Vivid Bad Squad tag is totally unheard of for now, so the 2-star card is actually quite usable if there is a mixed event in the future. So with that, I don't have much more to say about the future usability except it being better than we saw last time, and also the future usability, while not looking great on paper, is actually quite decent. So instead, let's look towards what future limited costumes you can pick between if you don't want to summon for On Your Feet, but you still want a Kohane, a Toya, or an Akito card. Akito is the first one to get a new limited costume through the event Best Picture Wrap that we already talked about. Best Picture Wrap will still run from November 30th to December 8th and will include Nene, Akito, and Wonderland Showtime Len as the focus characters. This is followed by Kohane, who gets another costume through the event Take the Best Shot that will run from the 31st of January to the 7th of February 2025. And Take the Best Shot will include Kohane, Haruka, and Ena as the focus characters. This is followed by Akito once again, who is part of the event Rise as One, or as it's more commonly known as 3.5 anniversary. This event will run from the 30th of March to the 8th of April and is of course connected to a colorful festival, which means that the gacha will have a 6% 4-star drop rate. The colorful festival exclusive cards for this event is Saki, Tsukasa, and Emu, while the event focus cards are Akito, Honami, and Leonid Kaito. And this is followed by Kohane and Toya getting cards in the same set, being Whip the Wimp Girl, that will run from the 30th of April to the 7th of May. And included in this set is of course Kohane and Toya, like I just said, but also Anne as the third character. And this is wrapped up with our final limited event that we've seen for Vivid Bad Squad, including both Kohane and Akito, being Over Rad Squad that we've already talked about. Over Rad Squad will again run from the 30th of June to the 7th of July and includes of course Akito and Kohane, and like we already mentioned, Vivid Bad Squad Miku as the final slot. And this one is connected to what's called a Bloom Festival. Bloom Festivals is what will be replacing Colorful Festival once we have cycled through all the characters. The Bloom Festivals work the same with a 6% drop rate for 4-star cards, but the cards gained through a Bloom Festival, or the Bloom Festival exclusive cards as they're also called, are quite special, and I will talk more about them at a later date. But just know that also present in the gacha with Akito, Kohane, and Miku is Meiko and Kanade. And of course we also have a special limited gacha character among these three, being Toya, who is the representative for Vivid Bad Squad when it comes to the Sanrio crossover event. As always, I will preface this by saying the Sanrio event has not been confirmed, so everything should be taken with a pinch of salt when I talk about it, as we don't know if Sanrio or Sega is going to bring over this crossover event to the English server yet. But if they do, it should, and I say should with a big asterisk, run from December 5th to December 19th and include Miku, Saki, Airi, Emu, Toya, and Ena as the focus characters. So the selection for new limited costumes for Akito, Kohane, and Toya is actually pretty decent, but what about reruns? Rapid firing through them, of course, Cyber Snipe will start rerunning during this event, as it will be running between the 14th and the 23rd this month. And Cyber Snipe has its second rerun already confirmed, like we talked about in the monthly preview, being late July 2025. This is followed by the Darkness Festa rerun in mid-October this year, which also has its second rerun already confirmed for late June 2025. This is followed by the first rerun of the Spooky Wolf Forest that will come in early November, while One With My Crew will rerun in late November. We will see the second rerun of the Romantic Bride gacha in late December. Also rerunning in late December is the Scramble Flower gacha, also known as the First Anniversary. The second rerun of A Maiden's Hope in early January, the second rerun of the Knights of White in late February, and finally, the final rerun we have for these three characters will be the Imperial Soldiers gacha in early March. So the rerun selection is not bad either, with a lot of hard hitters such as Imperial Soldiers first rerun and the second rerun for Knights of White. So if any of these new limited costumes interested you, or if one of your favorite sets are rerunning, you might want to consider skipping On Your Feet to save for one of these sets that you preferred. Or you can start planning for your next summon if you're sure you're going to summon from On Your Feet. And this connects to our final question. Should you summon from the Repaint My Color gacha, and should you participate in the On Your Feet event? And of course, the short answer is as always, yes. If you love these cards, you should definitely go for them, and I can see how they are important to a lot of Vivid Bad Squad fans, as this is really moving towards the ending of the Vivid Bad Squad story with how far the gang has gotten. And participating in any event is a great idea, as the 3-star cards, the 2-star cards and the free crystals available is always a neat bonus for playing the game for a little bit. But of course there are some things we can point out if you're still on the fence if you're going to summon from the On Your Feet gacha. These cards are permanent, and therefore you can pick them up at a later date if you really want them through things such as the exchange shop, pick lists, happiness packages, or just getting it from a random summon in another gacha. And this is especially important to note as there is 2 limited unit-focused Vivid Bad Squad events for the first portion of 2025, being Whip the Wimp Girl and Over Rad Squad. Over Rad Squad being connected to the first ever Bloom Festival gacha, which will be a huge happening when it comes around in June of 2025. So if you are a Vivid Bad Squad fan, it might be valid to look into how much you can save for these 2 events and also all the other Vivid Bad Squad focused events that will be coming around during 2025, as the first half of 2025 has really seemed like Vivid Bad Squad's entire year. It's also worth noting that the gacha cards themselves have not seen a ton of use on the Japanese server just yet, meaning that they are kinda lower gameplay value and therefore you shouldn't rush to get them, especially seeing as there are some permanent options that you might already have. Still, I can definitely see why the Vivid Bad Squad fans are excited for this event, as the entire set feels very in line with what Vivid Bad Squad is, street artists. But personally, this set isn't for me, but that won't take away from your experience and if you wanna summon from this event. And as I said, you should always participate in the event to try to get some rewards, especially seeing as the Arkender shop is super good with all the rewards you can actually pick up for playing a little bit. But in the comments, tell me, are you excited for this event, or do you think that this is one of the weaker Arkender events? I've heard a lot of mixed opinions from different people, both Vivid Bad Squad fans and non-Vivid Bad Squad fans included. And while you're down there, leave a like and share this video with a friend, as it helps me immensely and hopefully helps your friend who might need a guide for their Project Sekai playing. And if you haven't already and this guide has helped you, please consider subscribing. It is free and you can always change your mind later. And while you do, please ring the bell so you get notifications for each new event guide that I post. I'm over the moon with how quickly I have grown, and I really do mean it when I say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it to the end of each and every video. But I won't keep you here any longer for now. Let's get out of here for the week.